I pulled up to set and he was in drag already.
Because he looks very beautiful in drag and kind of different to how you might think, I think.
I had multiple people ask me who the girl was. I was like, that's Troye. It's pretty funny.
I'm doing the sequel. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm joined by the Driver Era for the latest in Enemies in Conversation series. How's it going today?
It's going well. It's going really well.
Yeah.
I just did a photo shoot. Yeah. What did you do today?
I walked around a lot. I was listening to some demos, doing a little writing.
What did you do today?
Prepared for the interview, very conscientiously.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, you're mainly here for your screening of your concert film. What made you want to do the concert film as well as the live album? Did one come before the other?
Yeah, the concert film actually came first.
Yeah.
The main inspiration behind it was we did a similar concert film at the same venue with our prior band R5 around 8 years ago. When we were gearing up to play the same venue again, everyone was like, we gotta film it. Just to show how much has happened since then, how all the evolution and growth.
Well, it was like 8 years, right?
Yep,
Wow.
8 years. So that was like a big reason why we wanted to do it. Yeah, it just kind of makes sense. If you do a live concert movie, you might as well do a live concert record as well.
Did it feel like quite a milestone moment to be playing there again?
I feel like it almost meant more to the people in our immediate crew,
Oh, I feel that.
and honestly, it was a big thing for our fans as well.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things for our fans. We've had this like amazing fan base since the beginning. We've had people come to shows all the time. They're like, we've been around for 10 years, seen all you guys, seen you grow and change. So it was really a big part of it was doing it for the fans, and obviously like the immediate crew.
At the screening in Paris, there was a husband and wife that flew in from Mexico.
Wow.
For the screening, and that was shocking.
Yeah.
Because I have like two feelings about it where I'm like, yo, heck yeah, like dope. And then and she was pregnant too. And then also like, dang, like y'all pulling up for this? Holy. But it's like sick. Like it was like I'm honestly very grateful that can happen sometimes.
When you meet fans, because you've been doing meet and greets at the screening, like what kind of stuff do they tend to say to you?
It's all positive. They like to share their experience with us, which is a lot of it's like, I've been here since the beginning, or I've been here. I saw you guys first here, and it's been so cool to be on this journey with you.
So yeah, sometimes you get like almost just like yo, I love what y'all are doing, keep going. And they kind of want to be short, and then you sometimes get maybe someone that's been going through something, and it might be like hey, you saved my life multiple times. And sometimes when you hear that, it's a little that's crazy.
That's surreal for sure.
Yeah, like
it's a big reason why I think art is important in the world.
Yeah.
It's because of that it can help people feel good, and that honestly is because I know what music's done for me when I've been in tough situations or hard times in my life. So to have other people come to us and say like, I broke up with my boyfriend, whatever, and your music's helped me get through that is pretty cool. Because I also have those fans and I have those artists that have done that for me. So I get it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's like a kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years of the Driver Era, but Driver Era like
6?
I think so, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah,
What have we
2018.
What have we been doing?
I know.
5, almost 6.
Goodness gracious.
But because the Driver Era did pick off right from when R5 just kind of segued in, it's 15 years of you two working together.
Wow.
I guess just publicly, you maybe were working before then. Why do you think it's lasted? First question. And how has your working relationship developed in those 15 years, would you say?
I think it's lasted because we're having fun, and I think people respond to that passion and like joy that because like we're honestly genuinely having a wonderful time, like it's been on stage and in the studio and stuff, and I feel like that's transmuted through the music and through the performances, and I think people feel that and they like that.
Yeah. Yeah, just last night at dinner, like we joke a lot where we're like, we gotta keep doing this. This is like, how do we get so lucky? Like, this is the best job in the world. For a lot of our ways of creating and or even playing a live show, or even just in conversation, we kind of are a good match. My strengths are, or my weaknesses, his strengths kind of can, and vice versa.
Yeah,
So you
totally.
get this like kind of harmony thing going, and then it also trails down to the rest of every person that's been involved in the project. Where the last couple of years, say we're not really, we're trying to go off and create and like,
trying
do
to
our
be artists.
thing. Yeah, boom, you do have people on the squad that are able to kind of maintain what needs to be maintained, so we can do that, and the band and or brand, business, collective can still succeed.
I definitely feel like, in life in general, it's important to surround yourself with people that are wonderful and smart, and like just even like not even in business, but just in life. Like it's good to surround yourself with good people, and I feel like that's a good reason for our longevity as well, is we have like really amazing people looking after us for sure.
Actually, yeah, I always joke like I fully understand why you have a bunch of solo artists that kind of start out at a young age and kind of go through a tough path because they don't really have much of a support system and family and close friends, because boom, you become this famous dude. A lot of people are kissing your ass for sure. Like that's inevitable. And so it's a weird place if you don't have some close homies prior to that. It's like it can be like a weird place. And then also all these environments you're in are like, there's a lot that is kind of offered to you. And so, yeah, if you're like this by yourself on tour, like you probably could find yourself down a dangerous path easily. So I feel like I've kind of understood that a little more, and how much I'm actually grateful for the whole squad and team.
But our working relationship has been it's always been good. Like Rocky's saying, we've always been able to work off each other really well. There's like some personal things in our lives where like living situations and like working environments that could be ironed out, and
Actually,
I feel like we could be more productive.
Yeah,
But that's just this life stuff.
I agree. On the personal side, like some things barely maybe started falling off the wagon, and I think it was just enough to where we were like, all right, let's go, let's get it back together.
Yeah.
Like we do all need to find a fucking house, and like there's like it's like little things.
Solitude is at the end of the day essential for a lot of things.
So were you living together, and that was kind of what was the problem?
No, it wasn't necessarily a problem. It just we outgrew this situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. It's almost like not even the fact that we were living together is a problem. It's more
because we can spend every day together, no problem.
yeah, it's more
just having moments in your life to get solitude, to gather your thoughts, and to gather and to like manifest.
Yeah, like you're coming, like boom, you took care of what you needed to take care of, and tomorrow we're hitting the studio or something, so you're almost preparing for that moment, and you're coming into the studio with the right vibe, the right energy, because you're kind of in control of it. And then if you almost are living with a bunch of your brothers, it can almost be easy to be like you're waking up and you're like, let's relax today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a subtle way to, like explain it, but
Solitude is just really good for like refocusing and meditating, and I've read in like some random philosophy books, but it's essential for like the base of love, essentially.
I feel like if you never kind of have any space for yourself, and you can't really be creative, because sometimes ideas come when you're not really thinking about anything else.
100%.
So you kind of need that.
Yes. Immediately, if I'm kind of trying to work on something, and say a couple people are in my house, not necessarily Ross, if he's there, we're working together, but like someone else is there, I notice I'm like, it's hard to not be curious about them. It just is like so hard. I'm always curious about like people's emotions and stuff, and it's not like I'm purposefully thinking about that. I feel like
It's
am
their energy is there.
happens. Yeah.
Even if they're not talking to you, if they're
Yeah.
not bothering you, what you can feel it,
Yeah.
and it has influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's good.
Definitely.
For sure.
But you also need the moments alone.
Yeah.
How does this songwriting in the band tend to work? Do you tend to bring in your own individual ideas, or do you sort of go into the studio together and start from scratch together? Like, how does it tend to kind of pan out?
It's,
A little bit of both.
Yeah, it's both.
Yeah, like it's we basically just have a hard drive full of hundreds of songs, and sometimes you'll pull up an old song. Sometimes I'll have a song that like I literally wrote and produced all by myself, and he'll have songs that he wrote and produced all by himself. And sometimes you'll just pull one up, and be like, "Yo, what do you think?" He'll be like, "Oh, try this," or like.
Yeah.
And then other times we'll just meet up there, and I'll just be like, "Let's start something new."
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'll pull out the guitar, and just start singing
Yeah.
stuff. It really can happen in any which way. It just has to feel good, I guess.
Because like you said, we have a good amount of, just let's say just like beats, demos, or even could be like a voice memo of a piano thing. So I've been enjoying either driving my car, playing it, and like sometimes I'll maybe, I don't know, maybe you're thinking of some kind of story or lyric, or today I'm just walking, and I got my Bose
I love
headphones on. And yeah, I just was like cruising. I played through like 2 to 3 little demos, and I was like, oh, hold on. I'm like, there's words coming right now. Let me write this down. So yeah, it's every which way we.
I
we do
love
it
a
all.
good walking moment to think.
Yo, especially
Because it releases endorphins in your brain, like physiologically, it makes so much sense to brainstorm meetings, whatever you want to do in your life,
Yeah.
on a walk, for sure.
Yeah, and like there's something to kind of like, you're in New York City, you're in London, those kind of walks, it just kind of has this
Energy.
yeah, it
It's so
kind
much
of
to take in, right, in a big city.
yeah, it has like a lyric, poetic thing to it. Those specifically, I would say London and New York.
Yeah.
Walking through them.
Don't leave out Paris, bro.
I guess I feel that Paris.
Paris
agree.
is sick.
I agree.
I love Paris.
Yeah, LA.
Literally,
It's like drive.
look at
drive
my
and whip.
bracelet. It literally says Paris. Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have one on too. Because we just did our Paris screening for the concert film, and fans sometimes
Yeah.
give us gifts.
Oh.
Yeah.
You did a lot of European festivals last summer.
Yeah.
I was wondering, is there a different vibe at a European festival to one in the States? Do you notice a difference?
We actually haven't played many
Huh.
American festivals. I don't know if I noticed a difference in where the festival's located. I think just festivals in general have a specific vibe.
Yeah.
It's nice to have people in the crowd to win over, because typically our shows, we know for sure almost everyone there is going to be singing every song. But when you see people in the crowd and you come on stage and they're kind of like, they don't know who you are, they're not really sure yet, it's an extra challenge to like win them over. And it's really satisfying to win them, like to watch them being won over. I really enjoy that. Because by the end of the set, they're just like, this is tight.
Honestly, yeah.
So that's really fun.
We like 2023 was one of the most fun years playing. Someone was asking us actually while we were at one of those festivals. They're like, so like, do you guys like, stick around and watch other bands? We're like, yo, we go to the festival, like we paid to go to it.
We're like actually fans.
Yeah, we run around, watch like any any band artist we like.
Basically,
Yeah.
like before, after our set, it doesn't matter. Like we're running around the festival.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
That's so cool, because sometimes artists don't seem to have time to do that. They kind of have to do their set and then they're on to the next thing.
Yeah, like which obviously if you're Kendrick Lamar, you can't walk out. I mean, I can kind of sneak around. Like, Ross is a little bit of a different story, but
I kind of have to keep moving or like go like backstage, or else I can't really watch the show. It
Yeah.
kind of is at that point, Mike,
Yeah.
in the career.
yeah. Thanks TikTok.
Yeah. But it's like, I still appreciate people, and it's fun to meet fans and stuff. It can get overwhelming, and that's the only, like if it's like getting to a point where it's like, all right, I'm not even living an experience,
Then you just
I'm
kinda
just
dip.
working,
Yeah.
then sometimes it's like, all right guys, I'm gonna go
Would it be worse if you tried to disguise yourself? Do you think that would draw more attention to you if you had like a big hood up or something? Do you think that sometimes makes it more obvious?
Yeah, it just depends where we are and what we're doing. I think sometimes even if people know that that's me, they can just tell that like, oh, maybe right now he doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
So it just gives a signal.
There's also, when we do that, it's a lot of times with like, we got like a squad, we got a posse, and like when you see like,
That's the
that
only
crew-
reason I feel like I actually can do the festival experience is because we have, again, back to the crew, we have such a great crew and family that like, you know, we can kind of like, we can navigate it.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, I think that draws more attention.
Oh, yeah.
You got this fucking squad coming
Well,
through.
because you're moving in the pack.
Yeah, you got like, damn, look at this. These guys look like they're in a band.
Yeah.
And our couple of our crew guys are with us. They're full tatted. They kind of look like security almost. Like it's just like, what's going on here? Oh, that's Ross. Oh, I saw
Yeah.
them. I saw half their set. What the? Let me
Yeah.
get a pic.
Well,
And then
yeah.
they,
Are there any UK festivals you'd like to play? I mean,
Oh
the
my
one I've
gosh.
got to ask, do you want to do Glastonbury?
Oh my
Yes.
God, yeah.
No, we're trying to.
What is it? Is it Reading's?
Reading, yeah. Reading and Leeds.
Reading and Leeds, that's it.
They're like sister festivals, so
Yeah.
you do both.
I'd love to do that one for sure.
We're gonna manifest every festival actually.
We love the
That's
festival.
probably-
They're
that's
so
probably
fun.
End goal.
Yeah.
Play every festival.
Yeah, because when I looked at your
Awesome.
schedule from last time, I was like, you played so many cool festivals in Europe, but there weren't any in the UK, which I was
Yeah.
like, come here.
Yeah, honestly, we'd love to. Festivals are just something that we're just now kind of getting into.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to play them, but now we're starting to get the invitations. And we're really stoked about it. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, so in October you dropped a new song, Rumours. Is that the start of like a new album era, or are you still kind of feeling out what's going to come next?
We're still feeling out what's to come next. We're big experimenters when it comes to the studio time. I feel like that song's more pop oriented. This next song we got coming out is more 2000s punk pop in a way. Potentially the song after that is like disco.
Wow.
So
So it's eclectic.
yeah, and that's just how we make stuff. Ideally, we've been talking a lot about having projects that are specific to these kind of different vibes that we go down. We'll see how it unfolds, but we're definitely still and always testing the water and experimenting.
The goal this year is to release 3 albums.
3 albums.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible.
It's easy.
The thing is now, like you can put out as much or as little music as you want.
That's what I
Really,
mean, yeah.
that's what artists can do. But
Yeah.
like, what makes when you said earlier you've got like hundreds of songs on your hard drive? What makes one something that you actually want to put out? And how do you know when it's done? I guess.
That's kind of why I'm saying like 3 albums, because I think realistically, if I were to just like guess, I would say out of all these random demos, I would say 30 should be heard for sure, without a doubt. And then maybe, let's say you're gonna narrow that down and be like, all right, we're gonna be really specific. I would say 20 of those should be fucking heard for sure.
Wow.
And then if you're just gonna just kind of go the rapper route and be like, yeah, like everything we make, we just gonna drop. There's 60 fucking songs. So I would say again, half those would never see the light of day just because we're not gonna focus on them. We're gonna start something new. That's how it is. But I would say yes, our potential is enough songs that fit 3 albums, and I think it's just more up to how we want to spend that time. Literally.
There's a lot of ideas on how to do that though, and it does sound fun.
Yeah.
I wish I could like just upload. Maybe we can, but just like upload demos and then like
You could do
be
that.
like, oh, here's a new version,
Yeah.
because that's really our
Yeah.
workflow. It's just like it's very like spur of the moment. Our brother that we work with, Ryland, it gets so frustrated because he's just like, I was playing him songs the other night. Like we came home, we were like in Paris, Fashion Week. Out at the bar, had a great night, came home, and for some reason, just felt the need to listen to some demos. And I was playing songs from like 2016, even earlier. And he was like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. This is so annoying.
Yeah,
Why is this not out?
That's why
And
I'm
I was
saying. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I don't know. It's Hey.
You touched on TikTok earlier, but you did have an amazing kind of iconic viral moment in October, the Troye Sivan video.
Yeah.
How was that pitched to you? Like when Troy got in touch, or his team, like what did they say they wanted, and like what was the sales pitch?
All they basically said was, Troy wants you to be in his music video. He'll be dressed in drag. And I was like,
I'm down.
and they were like, you got to fly to New York tonight. Like, get on a red eye tonight.
What was
Shooting
that
tomorrow.
quick? Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I try to. It just felt like a good thing to do. I was like, this sounds fun. Let's do it. It ended up being super cool. I knew it was going to be a moment.
Yeah.
Definitely exceeded my expectations, but it was fun. I'm happy that I got to be a part of it.
Had you seen what he would look like in drag before he actually walked out on set, or was that?
No, I pulled up to set and he was in drag already. To be honest with you, it took me and Rylan who came with me, half a second to be like, oh, that's Troy.
Because he looks very beautiful in drag, and kind of different to how you might think, I think.
Mm-hmm. I had multiple people ask me who the girl was. I was like, that's Troy.
It's
pretty funny.
I'm doing the sequel. You heard it here first.
Wow.
It was such a cool video.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm really happy I got to
It's
be a
going to
part
be a
of it.
meme forever, I think. So many of those moments. You'll never get away from it.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. It's, it was a moment. And it's always cool when people dress up as you for Halloween.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
When you do the sequel, they will.
Yeah.
I'll just ask one more question.
Yeah.
If you could manifest anything for the Driver era in 2024, what would it be?
I told you.
Those 3 albums.
3 albums, more festivals.
I really like the path that we're on. And I am eager to watch it grow and continue bringing light to people's lives, honestly. And I'm not a huge goal setter. I'm more interested in process. So I kind of like where it is. Obviously, it'd be super cool to be in the club or whatever, and one of these disco songs that we've made come on. That'd be sick, honestly. I have some house beats. We made some house beats that to feel like you're in Morocco.
Yeah.
It's not even like a pop song. There's not a traditional structure. It's just a house beat.
Here's what we should do. We should leave them all on a hard drive.
And just
That's it. No. Put them on
no.
a hard drive,
So-
hide them somewhere.
So
and
yeah.
Get a scavenger hunt going.
So that's probably the manifestation, is to figure out how to best facilitate some of these vibes.
Could one of the 3 albums be like a dance album? Could you see it happening a full?
I definitely could, for
Wow.
sure. I love dance music, but it's one of those things because technically we're a band. When we perform live, we're a band. So that's why I said best way to facilitate it is because I wonder if sometimes if there's multiple incarnations of what we, our experience in the music industry.
A dance album, a pop punk album.
Yeah.
Like a funk one.
100%.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for your time. It's been
Thank
really
you.
fun. Cheers.
Yeah.